First nasty, really hairy winter drive of the season. Another ass wagon truck driver almost T-bones me in Sidney, Nebraska. Also did some repairs, wiring repairs on the truck. Great Thanksgiving with the family. Got some fun pics of that. Rusty, load updates, and more in this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, today is Friday the 24th, day after Thanksgiving. Trying to make my way up to Colony, Wyoming, which isn't even really a town. It's where American Colloid is. Bentonite, which is kitty litter, essentially. It's where they bag up a lot of the kitty litter. Because it's basically a clay, after all. That's where a lot of it comes from. So, this is the only load I could find that paid decently at all to get me out of the house for after Thanksgiving. It's been about a week since I did a video. I say today the 24th on Friday, about 10:04 a.m. and look what I'm dealing with. Yeah, major snows and everything up this way. The shortest route up to Colony from where I live in Cheyenne, I didn't even want to attempt. All the way up Highway 18 that way. Smaller highway. This is Highway 385 going north in Nebraska. I went east to Sidney, Nebraska. And now I'm going north. I'm going to go up through Hot Springs, South Dakota, Rapid City, over that way through Belle Fourche, South Dakota. And that's the closest little town to where I pick up in Colony, Wyoming. And I take this down to something in Texas. I can't remember the name. Just north of the Dallas area. To a Walmart distribution center. So if you live in the Dallas area and you're buying kitty litter in the next week, you're welcome. Because look at what I'm having to get through to bring it to you. Huh? So anyway, I can actually kind of see the road a little bit now. I've got some video I took of before the storm yesterday, this morning when I went out to the truck to start it, and then trying to go pick up my trailer that I'll be showing you here in a little bit. Yeah, pretty nasty. And of course I got to pick up the trailer. The trailer wheels are frozen, the brakes are frozen, locked. I had to pull it, drag it back and forth a few times to get that to loosen up. Got on the road, and we're just trying to make it up there. This route in good weather would be a 6-hour drive. It's probably going to be 8 hours or more. I've been having to run really slow. Right now, I'm actually a little over 60 right now. But like I say, this is the best road conditions I've been dealing with so far today. I left as early as I could. I wanted to wait till daylight. Because I really hate driving in really lousy weather when you can barely see the road in the daylight. Not going to attempt that at night. What do you think? So, chugging along, making our way up. Oh, also almost got into a wreck. I stopped at the Loves in Sidney so I could get a couple of those Taco John's breakfast burritos. They're a beautiful thing, baby. On my way out, truck coming out the other entrance, doesn't look at all. Almost smacks right into me. Blowing my horn, he's clueless. And then all of a sudden turns away at the last second, slides, almost hits me again. And then right after that, you see a guy about to try to turn on westbound I-80, and he's sliding, trying to slow down for the off-ramp. So, crazy stuff. Alright, so as we're cruising along here, I'm hoping by taking this route also, it looks like based on what the radar showed me this morning, I might actually be able to get above the snow. Closer I get to South Dakota, it looks like it might be kind of good. Kind of silly. I live in Cheyenne. I'm picking up in Colony, Wyoming, yet I'm having to go through Nebraska and South Dakota to get there. Kind of weird. But this place I pick up at is the far northeast corner of Wyoming, and the only way really into it is from South Dakota or from further north in Montana. Well, home yesterday for Thanksgiving. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I got some fun pictures to show you of that. We always do silly Thanksgiving pictures, so I got some of those coming up. But I actually got some work done on the truck before it got too cold and the snow started yesterday. Finally got my new fog lights put in, which I had ordered off Amazon, oh god, a couple of months ago. And I rewire all that. I needed to rewire my headlights because of this. I only had low beams. I didn't have high beams because one of my low beam wires fritzed out on me, so I had to use the high beam wires to run my low beam bulbs. So I got all that rewired, so now I have high beams and low beams, and I have fog lights. So that all got completed. Got that done yesterday before we had our lovely meal. And that way, of course, by me doing it, I saved the money. As an owner-operator, got to save the cash wherever you can, baby. So, alright, so anyway, let me show you some of the video before the storm. Quick little videos of that. Pictures from this morning when I started getting going, which looked not too much worse than it is right now. I'm hoping as I get closer, like I say, north, that it's going to get a little better. Alright, first we go back in time to yesterday, right after I finished doing all the wiring and all that, just before our Thanksgiving meal, and look. Thanksgiving Day. This is the calm before the storm. So right now you can look out around. No snow. Well, look on the hood. It's trying to start snowing now. What is it? Just before 2 p.m. But there's supposed to be tons of snow coming. And of course, I got to leave tomorrow morning to go pick up in Colony, Wyoming, a very far northeast corner of the state, about a 5-hour drive, 6, the way I'm going to have to go to try to avoid what will be road closures. What do you think? Okay, so got up this morning about 4:30, went out to start the truck, and this is what it looked like. So here's a picture I took right as I came out and started the truck this morning. It's already drifting on our driveway. Yep, it had already snowed and drifted a little bit, and I had to walk around the truck to make sure I was going to be able to back up enough. There was a dry patch I found, so I was going to be able to get out of there, and here's me getting out of the driveway at the house. All right, so I'm backing out of the driveway about 6:35 this morning. I backed over kind of a bare patch, so I make sure I could turn and get my way down the driveway to get out of there. And you can see there's quite a bit of snow that already fell. There's kind of another little dry patch right there, and then it gets a little snowier. My daughter had already left this morning to get to her job early this morning, so I'm kind of following her tracks on my way out. And just gonna want to keep it moving. You don't want to slow down or stop because I've got no load. I've got no trailer. It's really light back there, and so you just want to keep on moving, baby. Keep on moving. Hit our loop, which hadn't been plowed yet. Was just trying to make it to the main road. What do you think? All right. Well, we're making our way to Step Brothers to pick up the trailer. Like they've plowed a little bit, maybe. They're trying to drop some sand.
On US 30, then take the first left.
There's the edge of the road. It's a problem when you can't see the pavement. It's 12 degrees. Good news about that is then the snow is still kind of tacky. It's not as slippery.
On I-80 East.
Well, not yet, Carmen. We gotta go get the trailers. So yep, got picked up, got loaded, and yes, I did take a whole bunch of the leftover Thanksgiving stuff with me. I've got from the Real Bird turkey, we've got some honey baked ham turkey, I've got mashed potatoes, I've got some gravy. I'm gonna be eating like turkey sandwiches and just having some of the turkey with the mashed potatoes and gravy and all that. I'm going to be eating good in the neighborhood, yes. Yeah, we always have a tradition around Thanksgiving. We take a bunch of pictures. My wife always likes to make a photo card to send out for Christmas, and we always end up getting silly. We always start out with good intentions. There's our normal picture. And then things get weird. Yeah, and then they get even weirder. Yep, we're just a silly family. Then, even stranger. Yep, why not? It's Thanksgiving, we're silly, we're full of turkey. And there's another fun one, and then we try to go back to normal. About as normal as we're gonna get. Right there. All right, so you can see now as we were driving up how bad the weather was and everything, but then made it up here to Colony, Wyoming. It's night and day.
Left on unpaved road.
All right, here we are arriving at the American Colloid facility. This is also the home of Americo Carriers. I have a subscriber who works for Americo, who I've run into a couple of times. Once in
Half
Evansville.
mile, turn right on unpaved road.
And once in Cheyenne. Nice guy. Got a thick New York, New Jersey accent. Alrighty, it's been a while since I've been here. I only see one truck over there waiting, so pretty sure it didn't tell me on the Raycon Colony west or east, but I'm pretty sure it's the west lane. 692, yes, so I go to the right. Go up a little dirt road here, and you pull up to the stop sign up there and check in. In fact, there's not a lot of trucks waiting, and it's a good sign. Maybe they'll get me in and loaded fairly quickly, which would be nice because it took 7 hours or more to get up here. But as you can see, no snow up here, so that's nice. Alright, so here you can see night and day from where I left in Cheyenne this morning. This is where I'm at in Colony, Wyoming. It's not even a town, this is just where this plant is. You can see there's Highway 212 over there, and I'm backed into the door, as you can see from the mirror. At least no snow up here. I'll take it. And the Garmin even shows exactly where I'm at right now. See the little blue triangle down there? That's me backed into the dock, getting loaded. All right, so here's the route I took. So of course there is where I started in Cheyenne. Normally I would have taken 85 up there through Lusk and then over this way to get up. But the snow was even worse over that way. So I went straight across east to Sydney, up 385 through Nebraska. There's Hot Springs. Where I stopped briefly at the TA there, and then we made it up through Rapid City, and then you can see where I'm at right up there now, getting loaded in the far northeast corner of Wyoming. I'm going to go back into South Dakota to Belle Fourche to the CBH Travel Center, where I'm going to park it for the night. Then from there, we start there at the Travel Center. I'll go back to Rapid City, across on 90. We're going to drop straight down into Nebraska here. I'll be on 80 in Nebraska for just a little bit, and then we drop straight down into Kansas, where I'll go through Salina there at 70. We'll hit go through Wichita, down into Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, and then I deliver right down there in Texas. Well, they already got me loaded. It took them all of like 15, 17 minutes. That's the kind of thing Clutch Trucker likes. And they were so fast loading, which was a beautiful thing. And so I was just 20 miles back down the road to Belle Fourche, South Dakota, and that's where I'm parked now, this little travel plaza. Took Rusty out and everything, so yeah, here it is Friday night. It's about 5:40 Mountain Time. I got here just as it was starting to get dark, so I was even able to see where I wanted to park. So I was just so glad they were so fast, because that was a long day of driving. I had to stop briefly in Hot Springs at the TA Express there and take a little nap for about an hour. When you're driving down the road and you're constantly worrying about not dying, it tends to take a little bit out of you. So I took that little break on the way. So yeah, it was well over 8 hours from the time I went on duty about 6:20 this morning, and it was even closer to 9 hours by the time I got up here. I don't know. But yeah, first really nasty stuff of the season, and there's more to come. Ain't looking forward to it. Oh, and I gotta show you the ass wagon who almost T-boned me coming out of the Loves in Sydney. All right, just pulling out of the Loves, and of course all these trucks parked where they shouldn't be, in front of the fuel island. So I gotta go far to the right to get around them. And then there's this guy parked where he shouldn't be, in the driveway. Get to the stop sign. I do kind of a rolling stop because there's no traffic coming from the south, and I don't want to get stuck. So I pull on out because it's clear as I'm making my left here onto what is now the beginning of Highway 385 in Nebraska. All right, you can kind of see the yellow line there. I'm in the right lane, or the only lane at this point. Now pay attention to the left part of your screen there. See this guy coming out from the entrance to the Loves. Not sure why he's coming out that way. There he is. All right, doesn't even look at all. Just keeps pulling out. I'm in the only lane available, and here he comes. Hello. Swing to the right. Barely now misses. The clutch trucker zoom and slow-mo. Look at this guy, not paying attention at all. And let's get a close-up on this guy not paying attention. All right, look at him. Not even looking towards me, looking to the left. And right after that, there's this truck trying to turn onto the on-ramp for I-80 West, and his trailer slides out from him. Hello! All right, I already showed you there the route I'm taking down to Texas and everything, and the route I took up here. Then I'm going to pick up another load down in Texas, just southwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. A load of insulation that goes back to Cheyenne for Wednesday the 29th. I'll unload that, and then I got to shoot right up to Glen Rock and pick up the lignite again, going back to Wisconsin for a Friday delivery. Then I got to go back to the carrier in Plover. Yeah, my last video, I talked about how I went there to get the APU serviced. Well, they serviced it, but now it hasn't been able to start ever since then. So there must be another problem. I'm guessing the fuel pump. They had to prime it and everything to get it started, and I never had to do that, not even after my remodel. So that might have been my issue instead of a clogged filter. It might have been the fuel pump failing. So I was planning to go back to get the radiator done on the APU. So we'd already had that planned. I called him back and said, look, make sure you got a fuel pump on hand too, because I haven't been able to start the damn APU since you guys serviced it. And I said, now, I'm not blaming you, because when you just do an oil and filter change, how could that possibly affect that? So, but anyway, I said, I'm going to be there after I deliver Friday morning, and I have all the rest of the day Friday. We need to get this working, because now that was my whole point of going there and getting the service done, is trying to get this thing prepped for winter, so I have the heat, well, mainly heat, while I'm parked. Like tonight, it's not as cold as it was, but yeah, still pretty cold. But now, see, I got to run the big engine all night to have heat, and to have it blow upstairs to my bed area up there. So really need to get that fixed, because when you run the big engine all night, then you're just throwing money away. So yeah, go back there. So next Friday, what'll that be? Friday the 1st, and then I go get the carrier done, and then I pick up Saturday the 2nd, a load of cereal, going back to Cheyenne for a Monday morning, the 4th a.m. delivery at like 5 o'clock. Don't have anything loads after that, but I'm booked right now through the 5th, hoping the lignite will come. Oh no, I do have a lignite again on the 6th of December, so I've got to kill a couple days in in my area. I don't know if I'll be able to catch some short runs to fill the holes or not. Remains to be seen. Oh, and I got to show you one reason I always love staying at this Belle Fourche Travel Plaza here is they have these, the Don Miguel shredded beef with cheese burritos. It's a beautiful thing. Don Miguel, you've seen Don Miguel stuff before. They make the bomb. I'm sure as truck drivers you've seen those available all the time. But they're not as good. It's just like ground beef and beans and stuff. This is the shredded beef. Oh yeah, so much better. And this is the only place I've ever been able to find them. So if I'm ever going up here to pick up the kitty litter in Colony, Wyoming, I always go in and grab a few of these. And they had 6 of them in there, so I took half of them. I took 3. But they are a beautiful thing. So between these and all the Thanksgiving leftovers, I'm going to be eating so good, baby. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yep, we made it. We're all in one piece. Yes, and you get the bacon strips coming up. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on what used to be Twitter, now X. And Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. I haven't been good about putting something up on those recently. I'll try to get to those soon. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. You ever hear of a tune-up? You ever hear of a ritual killing? I don't get it. You gnaw on her face like that in public again and you'll be one. Alright, we know you want it. Are you ready for it? Oh, are you ready for it? There it is. Happy dog gets the bacon strip. It's a beautiful thing. Yep, that was a nasty drive today, Rusty, so you deserve the bacon strip bounty as your reward for chugging along with me during all the snow and gunk. All right, there's another little piece. Oh, happy dog. Happy dog. he is a bacon strip dog, after all. All right, all over him tonight. Yep. Lovely Mary even gave you a bacon strip yesterday, since we had our lovely Thanksgiving meal, and you didn't get to partake in that. But you get your bacon strips tonight. Turkey and mashed potatoes are all mine. What do you think? All right, think you got it. Happy dog look. Stay.